I invoke, decree, and dream awake the full truth and reality of ascension in this now. I invoke the angels and ascended masters to realign and heal all misused energy, to include the full restructuring of our DNA. I invoke and dream awake worldwide release of all manipulating forces and beings who would control humanity past, present, and future. I invoke and dream awake the influence of the ascended master realm and angels to intercede and raise the vibrations higher, to bring darkness into the light, raising the frequency of love and God consciousness on planet Earth in this now. I invoke and dream awake the ascension of planet Earth in this now.
Stated. Vibe today. Happy day. Within time and space. Beyond belief. Grasping on to natural truth. That may not be prevalent among those that operate within the thought realm. I would imagine not to imagine, I would visualize within visualization allowing yourself a bucket list set and within the essence of times considering regarding a bucket list and within pace and within truth beyond belief, you know, that may be dormant because of regard for the essence of oneself, being one's independence as a healthy spiritual. Regarding protective and enabling the essence of manifestation from the stipulation that may be dormant within revelation. And within the understandings of practice, within the understandings of belief, within the understandings of beyond belief. Now, to pause and ask yourself where belief beyond comes from. And that is the proper essence of understanding that love. Now, there's a distinction between love, you know, and practice and, you know, beyond how some, and beyond how there's practice. non-dormant truth within the essence of love. Now, truth of love beyond the truth of current understandings, and then you would realize that the simplicities of life, are the ones that, any normal person would strive for. Not to find, rather, they say that love finds you. And within regards, I would visualize within practice this time. That does not mention the non-dormant, perceived dormant. Stated. And, regards within practice. Observation. I would imagine. I would allow myself to imagine. Because where society, may create fake hip-hop beef just because, families tend to, be exaggerative at the dinner table. Whenever you're in your space that you are comfortable. And rather, we tend to, not want to be perceived, within not wanting to be perceived, we find ourselves and, respect within true regard. The essence that, that may have been a, steady, nonstop dormant.
Get the cannon.
So, within study of practice, within practice of study, and I don't know what those things are anyway.
I'm a god.
Beyond belief, non-dormant truth never changes. Will not never change. That not never change. We are presented with our truth beyond belief, and we must allow ourselves to visualize, things that may be attainable within your imaginative, non-imaginative, visualized, bucket list. And if I were to characterize myself I may characterize myself within luxurious, you know? And, you know, then you would, within luxury, the whole essence of luxury predicated on the notion of shared love. And
made it out the trap and I'm never going back.
And allowed shared love within belief beyond perceived, you know, belief in self, and that's regarded, that's love. Maybe not love,
I'm sick and tired
you know, fully understood.
And then they poking on me,
you
trying
know,
to get the best of me.
And
I keep that motherfucking thing on me, ready to bang
realizing
on me.
the best of you know, and then realizing the loving, affectionate regards and respect, and understanding, you know, things of stuff and such.
Yeah, I'm like, smoke it out.
Within realizing the times and duties of travel, within luxury. No, not within. As the essence. And I mention that because that's how some people talk. And, you know, to regard myself as that, you know, I think I have, you know, realize that transformation is beautiful, and within realizing that, and you know, you notice, you know, implying the belief and things and stuff and such, you know. Within the times that we are existing within, we notice that we regard each other's levels of happiness, no matter the circumstances. And regarding the dormant, non-dormant truth of the existence of true love, within full regards to everything that you could think, imagine, and such. Within understanding things and stuff and such. Practice in theology. So, I am going to read from the dictionary.
There was danger there. I knew that.
For others, this claims to have been a song.
Compound.
listen to the Martians.
The
Some of them
combination
reporting
of
that they'd
specific
seen
elements
Martians landing in their backyard.
radicals in fixed proportions, distinguished from mixture, to make the combination of various elements and ingredients, to mix elements or parts to form a compound substance, combined to compound drugs, to compromise, settle for less than the sum due, to compound a debt, to cover up or condone a crime, for consideration to compound a felony, to compute as interest by geometric progression, to place duplex, winding on the field magnets of a dynamo, one serving as a shunt and the other being in series with the main circuit. The machine self-regulating to form to come into terms, take a compromise settlement.
Some of them reporting that they'd seen Martians landing in their
Composed
backyard.
produced by the union of two or more elements, ingredients, or parts, composite. Now within the mention of beyond belief and love being beyond belief, did you not recognize that the union of two individuals, no matter the circumstance, regarding the reflection of true union within
There was danger there. I knew that.
forgiving and understanding complex fractions, complex sentence, compliable, compliant. Complicity, compiler, compilement, complimentary ticket, a free ride. Comply, comply,
Yeah, man, the diamond
Component.
bling. Yo, Grizzly, we get in a bumbo clot head, you know. Yo, you know how the
Component.
bumbo clot manifest, gang, you know.
comport, comportment, compose, composing,
Manifest, gang, manifest.
composing room, composing stick, composite, composite order, composite photograph, composition, composition face, composition plane, composition of forces, compositive, compositor, composmented, compost, compostella, composture, computation, compost, compound, 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 cortisone, compound engine, compound flower, compound fraction, compound fracture, compound interest, compound leap, compound number, compound sentence, compound triple time, compound word, comprador, compreg. Sheets of wood bonded together by pressure and heat to impart special properties. Okay. Comprehend. Comprehensible. Comprehension. The mental grasping of ideas, facts, the power of doing so, understanding the act or state of including, containing, or talking in inclusion, comprehensiveness. Logic, the complete conception of a term involving all the elements of its meaning and its correlations. Under knowledge. Comprehensive. Large in scope or content, including much. Broad, having the power of fully understanding or comprehending comprehension. Compress. To press together into smaller space, condense, compact, concentrate. A device for compressing. A soft pad for making local pressure on affected parts of the body. An apparatus for compressing bales of cotton. Compress. Compression. Compressor. Compromise. The special agreement for an international arbitration defining the subject of the dispute and establishing the procedure to be followed. Derived from French civil law relating to private arbitration. Compromise. An adjustment for settlement by arbitration and mutual concession, usually involving a partial surrender of purpose or principles. Of a controversy by mutual consent in order to prevent or settle a lawsuit. Anything that is the result of concessions, a medium between two conflicting courses. Also, the habit of spirit of concession. An imperiling or surrender as of character or reputation. To expose as to suspicious danger or disrepute. To bind or pledge mutually. To make a settlement by concession. Account reckoning. Comfortable. Account of the account able. Tractable sensitive. A high-speed adding or calculating machine. A trade name.
Hey, look, this man that's good.
Compton. U.S. physicist. 1892, 1962, 1887, 1954. The phenomenon of scattering of X-rays when subjected to bombardment by electrons of the lighter elements. Resulting radiation somewhat resembles fluorescence. Compton shift. The shift in wavelength produced by the Compton effect. Controller. A controller sometimes employed to designate a city, state, or federal officer in control of funds. Compulsion, the act of compelling coercion. The state of being compelled. The performance of an act contrary to the conscious will of the subject. Compulsive. Compelling or tending to compel. Compulsory. Compunction. Self-reproach for wrongdoing. A sense of guilt, remorseful feeling. A feeling of slight. Computation. The act of computing calculation. A computed amount or number. Compute. Computer. One who or that which computes a power-driven machine equipped with keyboards, electronic circuits, storage compartments, and recording devices for the high-speed performance of mathematical operations. Comrade. A friend or intimate companion, a partner, associate, or fellow member as of a political party used as a form of address as in the Communist Party. Camaraderie. Comstock. Comstockery. Comstockload. A rich vein of silver and gold discovered in 1859 at Virginia City, Nevada. U.S. prospector who filed one of the first claims on the site. Comtism. Comus. To study, pursue carefully. Con. To direct the steering of. Con. Shortened form of used in phrase to defraud, dupe, swindle, a confidence man. Con. The opposite side. The opponent. Con. Convict. Con. Assimilated. Bar of calm. Conakry, a port in West Africa, the capital of Guinea. Conamore, Italian with love, music lovingly with enthusiasm, tenderness as a direction to the performer. Conant, U.S. chemist and educator, president of Harvard University. First U.S. Embassy Ambassador to the Federal Republic of Germany. Connotation. The element of conscious striving and activity. Contained in every desire, impulse, aversion. Connotative. Of or pertaining to connotation. Gram, presenting, endeavor, said of an aspect of certain verbs. Co-natural. Now that brings us to the mention of belief beyond
everything.
The belief of yourself.
What you think.
And yourself beyond the belief of, your perception of yourself. Because everyone's belief of point of center focus. So to come together at a common center.
Is the result of what we have
Combine.
The mind, everything.
Concentrate to draw a common center.
Will become.
To intensify in strength or to purity by the removal of certain constituents. To condense. To converge towards a center. Become compacted. Intensified. Now, would you not mention the feeling of love? Recognition. If it be, you made a freaking mess in the kitchen trying to, make some new foods and stuff. And then just as a highlighter, recognition within non-stagnant practice. Realizing the technology is technology, and before
all that
divine intervention, and everything,
what we think,
teaching,
we become,
guiding, within protecting, then realize the things and stuff and such, the essence that may have not been highlighted within the form, and within essence, the lack of need to control. Notice. The act of concentrating, said especially of focusing the attention upon a single object, problem task, etc. That which is concentrated, a medicine strengthened by evaporation of inactive ingredients. The amount of a substance per unit volume in a solution is the amount of the substance dissolved by a given quantity of solvent. A place of detention for prisoners of war, political prisoners, aliens, etc. A place where troops are marshaled for redistribution. Having a common center as circles, opposed to eccentric concentricality. Conception. A city in South Central Chile. Consonant concentric tree rings concept. An abstract notion or idea. Any notion combining the elements into the idea of one subject. A thought of opinion. Conceptible, a special, developed on the surface of many algae and fungi for holding or enclosing reproductive organs. The act of conceiving, or the state of being conceived. The act, facility, or power of conceiving. Becoming pregnant. Also an embryo fetus. Beginning inception. Anything that is conceived, a plan or invention of the mind, a product of the inventive or constructive faculty. Conceptive, conceptualism. The doctrine that general ideas or universal exist in the mind only, and that the mind is capable of forming abstract ideas independent of concrete existences. A theory Nominalism. Concern. To relate or belong. To be of interest or importance. To occupy, engage, or interest.
Like you're from another planet.
To affect with
from many different higher or alternate dimensions, parallel
solitude, trouble,
planes of existence.
Usually in the passive, to be of importance.
Starseeds
That
are
which
the souls who
concerns
have
one,
awakened to their
something
mission of
affecting
tuning into these higher
one's
levels
interest
of
or
life
welfare
and serving
affair.
the collective consciousness.
Solicitude, interest. Relation, reference. A business establishment.
Understanding the full truth of your galactic nature
Concerned,
and origin comes as you
concerning,
awaken to the remembrance
concernment,
of who you are.
concert.
As you awaken to your
A
high
musical
vibrational
performance
radiant
by
light
a number
and
of
spirit,
voices
more
or
of your manifestation
instruments,
ability
or
comes
both.
into
Also
focus.
the combination of
Love
harmony,
and
agreement,
gratitude.
accordance, unity.
Fill
To
with
arrange,
light, expand and shine.
arrange,
Thank you for shining
or
your
contrive
light.
by
It makes
mutual
a huge
agreement.
difference.
To plan, contrive, or plan together.
You're not really from here.
Arranged
Collective
or agreed upon in concert or for a common purpose,
love and
especially in music.
light. Love and light. Love and
Arranged in
light.
parts.
Love and light. We are here to
Concert grand.
for all of
Concertina,
the pathway
a
for
small
all of
musical
humanity to make
instrument
this leap
of
into a
the
higher
accordion type
vibrational
with
experience in the
bellows,
physical.
a keyboard at either end. Concertino, concert master, concert of Europe, concession, concession road, concessive, concert master. The leader of the first violin section of an orchestra, who acts as an assistant to the conductor. Also, concertmeister. Concord, a dark blue to black round American grape grown extensively for market in New England and the NE United States. A town in NE, Massachusetts, scene of a Revolutionary War battle, April 19th, 1775. The capital of New Hampshire. Concordance. An alphabetical index of words or topics in a book in their exact context, especially such an index of the Bible. Concord agreement. Concordant. Existing in concord. Consonant. Concordat. In Papal history, an agreement between the Papal and secular power settlement and regulation of ecclesiastical affairs. Concord coach. A type of stagecoach, first made in Concord. 1827. Concordia concorporate. To unite in one body or substance. Concourse. An assembling or moving together. Confluence. An assembly, a large place open or enclosed for the passage of crowds, specifically a boulevard for a long passageway, in a railroad station, subway, etc. Confirmation, concrescent, concrete number, concretion. The act of concreting a concrete mass. Segregate of rounded masses found in sedimentary rock and usually formed around a central core, which may be a fossil. Concubinate one. Concreter. An apparatus for evaporating sugarcane and bringing it to a solid mass. Concubinage. Or is it concubinage? Concubinage. The state of having concubine or having concubines, habitual cohabitation without marriage. Concubine, a woman who cohabits with a man without a marriage bond. In certain in certain societies, a secondary wife, a paramour. One whose status at birth carries with it marriageability with another, according to a degree of consanguinity.
They're in the legal system very prevalently. Law enforcement, judges, government agencies. Concupiscence.
Undue or illicit sexual desire. Any inordinate appetite or desire. Is it lusting? Was it lusting? Carnal sensual. To agree as an opinion or action, or combine, to happen at the same time, to coincide, to converge to a point as lines, concurrence, combination, or cooperation, agreement, approval, a stimulus,
about to change your life.
a stimulus. Simultaneous occurrence. Coincidence. Yeah. Concurrent. Occurring or acting together. Meeting in the same point. United in action or application coordinate. Remedies, jurisdiction, a person or thing that concurs, one proceeding toward the same end of purpose. Good purpose. A rival competitor. Concuss. To affect or injure the brain by concussion. To force the intimate. I'm sorry. To force the force or intimidate into action. To agitate. Shape. To agitate. Or to shake. Concussion. A violent shaking shock jar. A violent shock to some organ by a fall or sudden blow. Also, the condition resulting from it. Condemn. To express opinion against, hold or prove to be wrong. Censure. To pronounce judicial sentence against. To forbid to use of commonly by official order as something unfit. U.S. law to appropriate for public use by judicial decree declared forfeit. To pronounce hopeless. Give up as incurable. To close up or to withdraw from public use. As a door, gate, or road. Condemnable. Condemnatory. Condemner. Blame, censure, convict, denounce, doom, reprobate, reprove, sentence. To condemn is to pass judicial sentence or render judgment or decision against. Condemn is more than final, than blame or censure. A condemned criminal has had his trial. A person is convicted when his guilt is made clearly manifest in legal usage. One is said to be convicted only by verdict of a jury. To denounce is to make public or official the declaration against, especially in a violent and threatening manner. Compare, arraign, blame, reprove. Absolve, acquit, applaud, approve, exonerate, justify, pardon. Condemnation, the act of condemning the state of being condemned. The cause or occasion of condemnation. Condense, the product of condensation. The liquid obtained by condensing the vaporing, which is suspended. Condensation. The act of making dense or denser, or the state of being condensed. Any product of condensing physics, the reduction of a vapor or gas to a liquid or a solid. Or a liquid to a solid or semi-solid. The rearrangement of atoms to form a molecule of greater weight, density, or complexity. A fusion of events. Thoughts, elements of speech, individuals, pictures, etc. As in dreams. Compare, condense. Condensator.
a condenser, a condense, to compress and make dense, to abridge or make concise, to epitomize or vapors to the liquid or solid state, as by cooling or comprehension. Condensed milk, cow's milk, sweetened and thickened by evaporation of its water content. Condenser, one who that which condenses any device for reducing a vapor to liquid by removing from the vapor its heat of evaporation, as in a steam power plant. Electric, an arrangement of insulated conductors and dielectrics for the accumulation of an electric charge, used to block the flow of a direct current and to modify the capacity of an electric circuit. Optics, a combination of lenses for the effective condensation of light rays. To stoop from a position of rank or dignity, come down to equal terms with an inferior, to behave as if conscious of this stooping, patronize, to lower or degrade oneself. Be gracious or affable. Consendir, come together. Descentir, stoop. Condescending, showing condescension, especially patronizing. Condescension, an act or instance of condensing, patronizing courtesy towards inferiors. Condemn, well-deserved, merited, deserved, said of punishment. Now to mention love and the belief in yourself and the belief that the belief is in yourself to love, the belief in yourself to believe within certainties, within the essence of ascending your purpose as a human being. Within ascending your purpose as a human being, you may have not stumbled across your purpose on television. Within cohesion, the essences that may have not been prevalent to work together may have been by design. Within parable, within practice, and within belief in oneself. Now, within belief in oneself,
you are now tuning in
to allow yourself to visualize. Maybe I was supposed to, have life in a forest and then life in a castle, and, within, conditional limitations, within unconditional
sentences. Unconditionally. Within regards.
The new era is
within regards, there's
the time
coming to terms.
is now.
And to coming to terms just means that, I must gather my brethren and my brethren beyond belief, and then there's the inside joke, like the Joe Deer's hey, sleeping with his cousin or something like that. Things just happen, within confession, not within confession, I would note that
chill out.
With confession, within consult, within conference, a person with whom another confers, a person upon whom some honor, degree, etc. is conferred. Within conference, a formal meeting for council or discussion. As highlighted to me, conversation discouraged. U.S. one of the several orders of assembly of global organization representing the congregational churches of the district. Confess. To acknowledge or admit as fault, guilt, or debt. To acknowledge belief or faith in. To admit or make known one's sin, especially to a priest, to obtain absolution. To hear the confession of said of a priest. To concede or admit to be true. To demonstrate or make manifest, to make acknowledgement of, as a fault, crime, or error. To make confession to a priest. Accept, acknowledge, admit, allow, avow, certify, concede, disclose, endorse, grant, own, recognize. We accept another statement. Admit any point made against us. Acknowledge that we have said or done good or bad. Avow our individual beliefs or feelings. Certify to facts within our knowledge. Confess our own faults. Endorse a friend's note or statement. Grant a request. Own our faults or obligations, recognizing lawful authority.
King of kings.
Yeah, man.
Concede a claim. Demand, etc. The chief present use of confess is the sense of making known to others one's own error or wrongdoing, as to confess a crime. Acknowledge may be used as a milder word in the sense, but more freely used of matters not involving error or fault. I acknowledge my signature, the receipt of a letter, a check, etc. Own commonly indicates a somewhat reluctant acknowledgement. Admit and
have a similar suggestion or reluctance, or of possible objection. Acknowledge, avow, compare, apology, antonyms, cloak, conceal, cover, deny, disavow, disguise, disown, dissemble, dissimulate, hide, mask, repudiate, screen, secret, veil. Confessly, by admission, or confession, indisputably. Confession, the act of confessing, the avowal or acknowledgement of an action, especially of one that is inculpatory or sinful. Admission, a confession of a crime, acknowledgement of behalf in another recognition of a relation to another, confession of Christ. Law, a voluntary declaration or acknowledgement by a party against whom some misdeed or default is alleged in respect of such allegation. A formulary of faith, also called confession of faith. A formulary of public worship, embodying a general admission of common sinfulness, used in the Roman Catholic, Anglican, and other liturgies. The contrite, acknowledgement to a priest of any sins committed, a part of the sacrament of penance and a condemnation of absolution called in full sacramental or auricular confession, an organization as a church or a communion using a confession of faith. The tomb of a martyred Christian, also an altar over such a tomb, or the basilica in which the altar stood, the altar tomb, confessionary, confessional, pertaining to a confession, a cabinet in a church where a priest hears confessions. The act, performance, or practice of confession before a priest. Confessionary. Confident. Confidential. Having secret or private relations. Trusted, intimate, a confidential flirt, imparted in confidence, secret, confidential information, disposed to confide in another, U.S. denoting defense information classified next above for official use only, the next lowest classification, compare top secret, secret confidentiality, confidentialness, fidentially, confiding, configurative, configuration, figuratism, configure, confine, confinement, confirm, confirmative, confirmation, confirmed, firmly established. And so we read more. And within reading more, noticing, healthy implications
as a highlight of confused, perplexed, a perturbed, confound, bewildered. To mix in such a way as to make distinction difficult. Congaree River, a river in central South Carolina, flowing SE 50 miles to the Santee River. Sanji, has something to do with confidence. A person to whom secrets are entrusted. Belief beyond yourself. In understanding the encapsulation of love. Naturally. It's confirmed within firmly established. Within the firmly established. Yeah. So, I am within the next episode, I was going to do that we play a game. Big deal. And note my belief in myself within confidence. Things and stuff and such. We shall, and probably have already mentioned, Congressional, Congo Red, Congo Republic, Belly, Congo, within Congregational. Thank you for practicing and thank you for being the next episode. So much love. time. And that is literally in our castle. So much love. Vibe Drive. Stiggity, stiggity.